What's up guys, welcome to the first episode of our build for Robert Pattinson's Batman suit. So first of all, for this video I'm gonna use the following materials. And since this is part 1, we're only gonna do the front side of the torso. Starting off with the chest, I used this image as a reference, and then I measured from nipple to nipple and made a straight line. Halfway through the middle, I made a perpendicular line, and that's gonna be the middle of the chest. In the image, we can see that there's sort of a triangle in the middle of the chest, so that's what I'm doing right now. And then I divided each side of the chest in 3 parts. In the middle of the 3 marks, I drew another perpendicular line, and then looking at the image, I could identify some other lines I had to draw to finish the inner side of the chest. And then I did the same process to the other side as well. The next thing I did was mark the middle of the perpendicular line and drew another line crossing the whole piece. And then I drew more lines on both sides to finish the upper part of the chest. Then off camera, I drew the last 4 pieces of the chest, which are the ones in the bottom. Then I drew the logo to see how it was going to look. Then I cut all the pieces to finally put them together. The first ones I pasted together were the middle piece and the side pieces from the top. Before pasting the bottom pieces, I noticed I made a mistake when drawing them. So I fixed it by cutting a part out of the bottom piece. I did the same to both sides, and then I finally started to paste the pieces. Heading into the abdomen, the first thing we're gonna do is draw a line in the middle. Please ignore the fact that I'm using a recycled piece of cardboard. Recycle, people! Anyways, of course you're gonna measure your abdomen, and once you know your measure, you're gonna draw a line on the bottom. So next, you're gonna place the chest piece and the other piece of cardboard together in a way that their middle line connects, and then you're gonna mark 2 points where the chest piece ends. From those 2 points, you're gonna draw a line that intersects in the middle, and then you're gonna draw 2 lines that go downwards to connect with the bottom piece, like so. So then I used this image to draw the abs on my cardboard, and even though the result wasn't exactly the same, I was still very satisfied with it. Now in the following part, I paste my abdominal piece to the chest, but I made a big mistake, so please don't paste your abdominal piece yet. Further into the video, I'm gonna show you guys how I fix it, so right now don't paste it, please. So for now I'm gonna skip that part. Don't do it that way. No, that's wrong. Please. So next, we're moving on to the neck piece. Now for this, we're gonna need 2 stripes of thin cardboard, like so. And I'm gonna put them together with this weird trapezoid shape I made. And I pasted it like this. Then I gave a little bit of form to the collar piece, and you can see there's the abdominal piece that I pasted wrongfully. And what I'm doing right now is marking the places where I'm gonna glue the collar piece to the chest piece, like this. This is me gluing it, and clipping it so it stays on place. Then I pasted the other end, and it looks like this. So what I'm gonna do right now is cut both sides of the trapezoid like this and put an elastic to both of them, and it's gonna look something like this. So this is how it looks once both sides are pasted and ready. Now what I'm gonna do is cut the trapezoid shape in half and put some Velcro in it so it's more easily to put on. So one part of the Velcro is going outside and the other one is going inside. Now I decided to make some details for the collar piece, and I'm just marking out where I'm gonna glue the pieces and pasting them together so that it looks a little bit better. Here's where I fixed my abdominal mistake. Now, as you can see, I ripped apart both of my pieces. So what we're gonna do right now is paste the middle part and only the middle part, and we're gonna leave the sides open like this, and we're gonna put in those sides small pieces like this. We're gonna fit them to the chest, measure it, paste it, and all of this is to give the chest piece a little bit of more two-dimensionality and volume, and it looks really great. So now we're gonna do some shoulder straps that are gonna hang out from both of the shoulders, and it's basically the same as the neck piece. We're gonna cut 2 stripes of thin cardboard, and we're gonna glue them each side to the shoulder piece like so. So far so good, this is how it's turning out and I'm really liking it. So now let's move on with the next step. So what I'm gonna do right now is fill the armor with foam so it can have a better texture. So this is 2mm foam, which I used for all the bat. I traced the details into the foam so I can then paste them on both sides. I added some details, and then the outer parts of the bats are with 5mm foam. I chose to use the different sizes of foam so we're able to see the different surfaces of the armor. I really didn't use a specific method to make the foam pieces. I just try to fit them into the armor and cut them and shape them into place to finally glue them. Trust me that I would have loved to use only one color foam, but the reason that you see many colors in the foam armor is that I used scrap foam, so it's basically foam that I don't use, so that's why. So after finishing pasting all the foam pieces of the chest, I decided to put in a coat of glue. Now this is completely optional, but in my opinion it gives it a better look at the end, and it shows a lot of details that just regular foam doesn't show. Putting glue in the armor really makes it stand out in my opinion. Now for the armor in the abdominal piece, I use more scrap foam that I have just laying around in my room, so it's pretty straightforward. It's just 6 abdominal parts that glue into 3 different parts, the upper, middle and lower part. After pasting all the foam pieces, I added some 2mm foam into each one of the pieces, and right now what we have, it looks like this. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was the part 1 for Batman's 2021 suit. See you in the next one, and don't stop creating.